Yeah, you need a resident psychiatrist who's drunk.
Anyone want to?
Well, you know, the one thing I will say about, oh, Jesus, I should have kept my shoes on. But, no. It's like I'm being Black Swan.
This is how she ends up walking out with different coloured shoes on.
I know.
Watch your, keep them on your feet.
I'll put them on again.
Yeah.
No, I won't. No, at this point, I'd say my fellow actors, and I think there's one thing in this film, the great thing about getting an ensemble award is that we're all dependent on each other's talent. And as we all know, I mean, the most important thing when acting is listening. And you'll only truly listen if you absolutely put your trust in somebody else's hands. So it was a doddle for me to act with these two. I didn't get to act with you. But that's what ensemble is properly listening. And so for me, it's the perfect award for us to receive. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it a Bohemian upbringing? I mean, did they let you do more or less what you wanted? Was there a freedom like that you think you enjoyed?
No, we brought up in Golders Green. It was very normal, I think. Background and upbringing, yeah.
You can't really remember a lot about your partner. I think we need another session, to be honest with you, before we can start making any progress. I'll be honest with you.
You're playing Princess Margaret.
Correct.
In The Crown.
Yeah, but only for this season, yes.
Only for this season?
No, absolutely wrong. This season and next season. A guard, Princess Anne, who was at Windsor.
Wow.
Not Anne, Margaret.
Sure.
And
we have a clip here. Can you explain what's going on here? Who you're
Probably
speaking
not.
to? Okay. You know what?
Should we just let her go?
Let's just freeball it.
So cool now, you're BFS with Rihanna.
She might. Yeah.
Debbie Ocean's ordering
I don't know. I don't know if. There's Kate. What were you saying?
The kids must think you're cool that you're friends with Rihanna now. Must get free gigs.
My friends never think I'm cool.
Get your kids.
No, they never do. My kids never think I'm cool.
You're the coolest man.
They are embarrassed. They are so embarrassed. And I mean that.
Oh, I think you're incredible, so I wouldn't be embarrassed.
I keep on trying to tell them.
Approved by Stephen Sondheim before you could even do the project?
Oh, God, yeah. I had to be approved by my husband, too. Or not, he's not my husband, but, you know, the father of my two bastards.
Welcome, dear. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
It's good, I got 3 drinks.
You've got 3 drinks?
Thank you very much. You're very generous on the show.
Are you? Yeah. Well, you can lay them out in a line here, so you do it. Yeah.
That
What's
might
that?
be more friendly.
What's this?
Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to the drinks, not you.
Well,
Maybe
that's-
that would be better. But anyway.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
What's this? Diet soda?
I'm just having a smell because I don't know which is which. That's coffee. Do you want some?
Sure.
You don't
Why
need
not?
drinks.
What makes you say that?
Well, because I adore you.
I'm deeply normal. You know that I'm deeply normal.
What's that?
I'm going Scots again.
Sometimes, you know, you can't say, well, he was a nice guy, but
No,
some of his
it
friends were a
wasn't
bit
suitable.
dodgy.
No. Look how many drinks I've got. But, no, I know. I'm not...
How do you do that? They keep appearing?
Have you got any more? This is an effort to try.
You are a magical person, aren't you?
Just like that.
That just happened. I didn't know it was there.
It is. It's fantastic.
Bled off screen into your relationship not shooting.
Well, no, Dom was, I didn't really know him and he didn't really know me before.
So you were saying earlier that she had this great appetite. Like literally, she was curvy, she ate everything, she lived.
Were you less interested than you were in acting?
I don't know, from the time I started having them, I remember the first time I was pregnant and I thought, and the desire to work went away. I was up for, it's a Bertolucci movie, The Sheltering Sky.
Oh.
And I was up for it for months, you know, like sometimes happens.
Yeah.
And Deborah Winger is in the movie, and so you have to have a sort of plan, because of course you'd be insane if you didn't, and yet you also want to capture whatever insanity happens.
You know, I love the way you dress.
Do you?
You look
You're
absolutely...
probably the only person in the world.
I suspect, I mean, it's a small group. Because
it is a small group.
Often when you see you photographed out and about, and it's eccentric, it's unique, it's very much your own style.
I like that. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing's wrong with it. I like all of it. Don't get defensive.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot of people do think that you dress a bit like someone who hasn't got a mirror or a light bulb. You know what I mean? It's kind of like... No, but I love the way you dress because it is so... And, you know, everyone seems to follow, more often than not, what's dictated to them in magazines.
No, I definitely don't do that.
Yeah.
And basically, when I get dressed, I dress up. I guess I sort of treat it like a costume. And I think most of us do as women. We sort of buy something, and by putting something on, you think you're going to transform into this different thing. And then you see the photo and you realise you haven't. But in your head and in your mirror at home, which is dully lit, it's true, it looks fantastic.
Do you say, what does this look like? Should I go to this? And he goes, maybe that's a bit much, or do you ever listen? Or?
Yeah, I do sometimes. He'll vet me just before I leave, and then he'll take something one thing off me.
Because you like a lot of things. Or?
I do like lots of things. I mean, what's the point of buying them if you don't wear them all at once?
But no, never more than 3 hats at any one time, Helena.
No, 3 hats. Well, I don't know. It's true. My mum did remind me once that I only had one head. And
did you have more than one hat on?
I had several.
Nice to have you back on the program.
Very
You
nice.
look great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, is that a little outfit or just an accident? What do you have there? I mean, it looks. I don't mean that. I didn't know. No, wait a minute. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, was it consciously?
Okay.
Was it like an outfit?
It's very nice that you saw the film twice.
I did see it twice.
Touching.
I enjoyed the movie.
Sad but touching, I'd say.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
I can guess it.
I've got some stories that are. Yeah. Did you vote today?
Well, I'm not American. You might have noticed that I'm not American. So, so I don't think I'm in a position to vote. But point.
Are you still living with your parents?
I'm afraid I am still. Things don't change. I've got a slow rate of progress.
But see, I think that's nice. I don't find
You think it's nice? You don't have a problem. You don't have a problem. Everyone else seems to have a problem, but perhaps that's why we sort of get on. But
what do you mean, sort of?
Well, let's move swiftly on to the more important issues like the house. I went to spa like 2 days ago. That's probably why I'm looking vaguely healthy. It was all right. I had a sort of citrus scrub. Have you done that?
A citrus scrub?
Because you're quite tired, aren't you?
I'm always tired. Strike me as the kind of person who would be interested much in going to a spa.
No, I'm not.
Was this unusual?
This was very unusual, and not something I necessarily am going to repeat often. It was a new thing for me anyway, so I thought it was a conversation starter, but obviously it isn't.
Try reading Henry James books, and I find myself, it's a lot of... And I think I'm just not smart enough to get through them, you know?
Well, that might be the case, but apart from that...
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence.
Just to reassure you, just to reassure you, the smart, even smart people don't get through it.
Aren't they? They're very, very dense.
They're
you have to keep
thick.
reading things
Absolutely.
over and over
you
and
have to
over
keep a
again.
lot of pages that you have to turn, and but you can just turn them. You don't have to read them. Honestly. Off with your head.
Hard to let go of the characters. Sometimes it depends. Depends on your experience of the shoot. Sometimes you can't wait to let go. And sometimes they hang around for years. The other day, Elizabeth Taylor popped up. I played Elizabeth Taylor, and I was going like, what am I sounding like? And reminding me of something. I said, oh, God, it was Elizabeth Taylor.
That's crazy.
I am crazy. I'm paid to be. Johnny Depp plays Sweeney. I play Mrs. Lovett. And he basically is a serial murderer, and I make pies out of...
You make pies out of the people. And it's got some great, weird songs in it, of course, isn't it? It's a brilliant...
No, I love it. I've always loved it. I've loved it since I was about 11. In fact, I've always wanted to be Mrs. Lovett, so it's a complete dream come true.
So even when you were a child, you liked the idea of making pies from human flesh?
Yeah. In fact, that's weird, because like, when I went up for the part, my great friend of mine, Deb, said, like, well, of course you're going to get it. And I said, well, not necessarily at all. In fact, it was a close-run thing. And... She said, I said, why? And he said, well, because we call you Mrs. Lovett. And apparently I went around with Mrs. Lovett hairdos when I was 11. So obviously this is like, for me, it is a real dream.
When did you start being a strange person? No, because you are quite a strange person in a charming way, but you are an unusual person.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan. I guess when I popped out of the womb, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd never thought I was strange, so...
How did it feel when you were first told that you were going to be playing an evil witch, as it were?
I thought, that's pretty normal.
Normal phone call to get.
Yeah, exactly. Evil witch. Okay, that's pretty obvious.
Which is generally bad, or you can have levels of Yeah.
I know some good witches, actually, some white witches.
Yeah.
Witches often give a bad rap.
A friend of yours who's a psychic.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is my favourite bit. It's funny how one story comes out and then it obliterates. So it's the defining thing.
In fairness, other actors going, okay.
I
want to hear more.
Psychic.
I want to hear.
Well, look, meet a psychic who's a friend of mine, and I was seeing her. She's got lots and lots of different strings to her bow, and she does healing, and she does other things. But she also has a talent for mediumship. And as I was seeing her for something else, she said, "Oh, Margaret is here. Does that mean anything?" And I said, "Yes, it does." And I suddenly thought, well, I've got... If I play...
before you get...
I had been asked to play her. I hadn't actually said yes at that point. And so I said, yeah. And I said, "Would you mind if I played you?" And she said, "I prefer you." She said,
answer was?
No, she said... Well, no, she did say, I think you're a better idea than the other actor.
Oh, you met her?
I have met her. She had a way... Oh, yeah, a couple of times.
This?
Yeah, you see, you didn't ask. But she had a way of sometimes complimenting you and putting you down at the same time. She was... and the fact that she said, "Oh, yeah, I think you're better than the other," it was just like you never knew where you were with her. Then she came through with another note, which was useful, whether it was true because the psychic was fantastically intuitive or there really was the ghost of Margaret telling me, I don't know, but the note was good, and it said, "Get the smoking right."
Okay.
And I smoked in a particular way, and always remember that the cigarette holder is as much a weapon for expression as anything else. She was very, I think, conscious about the silhouette and whatever she did with her body, and particularly with her hands. And so, anyway. Am I waxing?
No, I love you. I just don't.
You don't believe in talking to dead people?
No,
I didn't.
Little boy called Billy, and you have, I believe, what would seem to many people quite unusual living arrangements. Is this correct? You and your partner and the baby?
It's fantastic. I mean, I suppose what you're alluding to is the fact that we live next door to each other.
Okay, so you're in a relationship, a loving, caring, trusting, nurturing, supportive relationship.
Yes.
And physical, no doubt.
Well, Billy does.
Of course,
suggest
he lives
that.
there.
Yeah.
And yet you live in two separate houses.
Yeah. Well, originally they were separate. Now I could say that they are joined.
So they're next door to each other.
They're next door to each other, but they are joined by this this room. When I got pregnant, we started building this little room to join the two, so we wouldn't have to go inside and outside. Because Billy's in Tim's house, because I didn't have enough rooms in my...
Hold on. But you could have just moved in together, couldn't you? Most people would say, you know what, we've got two houses here, we're going to get together now.
Yeah.
Let's sell them and get a house together, one house.
Yeah.
The family house.
Yeah,
stupid.
Christmas in the Bon Carter Burton family.
Yeah.
Because we have a vision of your lives.
I know, it might be slightly different from the actual one.
So is it quite traditional, your Christmas?
It's completely traditional.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really boring. I thought he likes having creative control of the tree, because he's quite artistic, so he did the tree and everything, which looked all very... But then as you got closer, you realised there were some zombies and dead babies and stuff like that. This is what I was just like,
Are you really?
There were. No, honestly, he does. He's sick. He's obviously a sick man. Well, didn't you notice in the dark? We have a big house. We did have little ones, and now they just looks like a big house, which has no interior design constancy whatsoever. There's a bit that looks a bit like me, which is tasteful, and there's a bit his, which is bizarre. And everybody seems to make us more interesting than we actually are.
Yeah, you just live like rich people. It's just a big house.
Exactly.
An enormous
Very
house
rich
with
people.
different rooms.
Yeah, very, very, very rich.
How you doing? Hey, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey, do you mind if I adjust your hair? Oh, you're
No,
there. You go.
Yeah.
I watched your. Were you in this country for the Super Bowl? Do you care about that? You probably don't care about that.
No, not. I couldn't care less, really.
When you want to go out and you have fun, what do you do?
Well, yeah, come on your show, I suppose.
Oh, God bless you. You think this is fun? That's very nice.
I'm weird, aren't I?
That's nice. No. When you come to this country, do people see you on the street and say, "Oh, there she is, my gosh"?
They do, yeah. They're very friendly here.
Yeah.
They say hiya. And I say hi. And then I walk on, really.
Do you go to Los Angeles a lot?
No, not really. Not if I can help it.
Yeah, you don't care for Los Angeles?
No, not really.
Yeah, that's what I like about you. There's a sense of mystery and aloofness that I think people find very appealing. I'm serious when you see you on the big screen, Although today I saw you on the small screen, but same thing.
And now it's in 3D, yeah.
In 3D? What do you mean? Oh, right here in person. Yeah, you're mocking me now. Stop it. Hey, stop it. Hey, you're mocking me. Please, don't ever take that tone with me again.
No.
Oh, I think it's good for you anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Well, you smell nice. Thanks for coming
Thanks so
by.
much.
Yeah. The movie, oh yeah, it's all yours. The movie is called Margaret's Museum. It opens February 4th. Thanksgiving, a couple of years
marriage,
ago. I wanted you to marry me a couple of years ago.
You did. I wonder if it stands.
I asked you, I think I just said, why don't you marry me?
You did.
How'd that go? What happened?
Well, yeah, I know. What did happen?
No
you didn't
dice.
Follow it up, did
No,
you?
no dice.
If you did follow it up, we could have been divorced by now. That's, frankly. It's very cold in this.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable
it is
in
cold.
here.
I don't know if the viewers know just how cold it is.
No, it's like you're from England, right? It's like being in England.
Yeah, but we do have, you know, heating.
Mm-hmm. Burn up a little.
That's a
I just
lovely
brought it
jacket.
just in case. Because this is where Letterman was, wasn't he?
This is what?
This isn't where David Letterman did
This is exact same
because
theater.
it was always cold.
No, this is
I
the
remember always
same
being
theater
so
as Ed Sullivan,
cold.
and it's extraordinary cold in here.
I'm going to leave you with a little taste of Helena in the Harry Potter movie. This is the trailer, the movie which we're very excited about as well. But do, if you get the chance, go and see Conversations with Other Women, because as Helena said, it's unusual that you get movies.
Sweeney, did we?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Did we talk about Sweeney?
What? No, we didn't. We talked a bit about Sweeney, yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. You've got the worst memory of any... I can forgive you for not wanting to talk about Room with the View. It was 20 years ago. We were talking about Sweeney Todd 5 minutes ago. How can you have forgotten that?
Are you sure we did?
Mrs. Lovett. We talked about you being Mrs. Lovett when you were
Oh yes, when I was 11.
Yeah,
okay, it's coming
exactly. back. No wonder he's got a separate bedroom. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I know you can't remember it, but trust me, you've been a charming guest. Thank you for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Helena Bonham Carter. That was so lovely. Thank you. It was a joy.
My brain is gone.